and welcome back to Creation Lab Soapery YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making technically our fourth soap of the day. We're going to do this creation that has been designed by Melanie. It is called Dreamland. We're going to be scenting it in something called Unicorn Poop. It's by Crafter's Choice. And we're not using this whole bottle. We've pulled it out into what we need for the soap. The scent notes on Unicorn Poop by Crafter's Choice, sounds so funny saying that, is anyway, sugared strawberry, sweet peach, ripe raspberry, and cotton candy. And it sounds like it smells like just a big old cup of sugar. It smells really good. So this is our you take on kind of like a whimsical one. I'll show you the embeds after. We may break this up into two videos. We'll see how fast the soap thickens up in order to do piping, because we don't want to make it too long. So I am doing a 50-ounce recipe. I'm going to pour my lye water into my oils. Everything's at room temperature. All right. And then I'm going to blend it up, and I'm going to do a very, very light trace. And then I'm going to work individually with each color one by one. All right, I see a very, very light traces. So what I'm going to be doing is a little bit unusual. I'm going to be doing color, fragrance, pour, color, fragrance, pour. Not adding the fragrance at this point, so that way I can see how it behaves. We've used this scent before with bath bombs, but not in cold process. It says it behaves great, but we'll see, because it depends on everybody's recipes. So I'm going to pour just a little amount, I think. We'll see it there. And then I'm going to set this to the side. And we're going to be doing I think I might do just a teeny bit more. It's hard to kind of tell. I'm just trying to eye it as I go. But we just want a thin layer. There's going to be 6 different colors in here, and then a fluffy white topping if everything goes the way planned. So the first color that is this really pretty blue. This soap has been designed, and all colors are been chosen by Melanie. And so Blue Vibrance Mica by Nurture Soap is the first color. And we've got it just mixed into the oils here. And so I'm just going to put that in there and then grab a little bit of soap and get the rest, whatever, as much as we can get out. I'm going to put that there and set that to the side for Melanie. She wanted me to do this soap because that it's a little complex. And
there's so many colors.
If you watched, I think her confidence is shot a little bit. If you watched the last video, her wine knot, I think she wasn't expecting that, but that's okay. So we're just doing a little bit. That should be good enough. And then I'm going to mix that and wipe up my spills. It wouldn't be me if I didn't spill everywhere. So they'll just do this real quick. Now we've talked about this in past videos, and we'll see how it goes too. A lot of these colors will end up being where they look one color. So I'll show you this. So this looks like it's got a little bit of green, but my guess is that it is actually going to end up turning back to the blue. So I will give it one more little stir, and then I'll ask Melanie if she wants to add any more blue or she wants to keep it as that, and so we'll see what she says. So Melanie, it's your soap. What would you like?
We're going to add a teeny bit.
Okay, she's going to add a little bit, so see, that's what it looks like. I think she's just wanting to go see how it is. We go really low and want to go beyond there. I think that's going to be good. I don't think you put too much. I think it's perfect.
Oh.
There it goes. That has a little bit more blue color to it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, yeah, for insurance
Okay,
purposes.
so see, that turned it more of a tilt. And so just want to get so that this layer completely covers the bottom. We don't want it to be too thick because there's so many different colors in there. We want it to be able to just add, like I said, the color, but to have enough room to fit it all in here. And have room left over for her cloud piping and her embeds, which we'll get to in a minute. I'm gonna give it a little bit better scrape, just really quick here. And then by not doing the others and mixing them up, I'm not racing against time with them, so. All right, so I'll set this to the side. Give that a tap. And see, that's where we're sitting. This is getting a little late at night, so sorry about the lighting. We have it in the process of getting some new ones. So from her thing over here where she's got her artist sketch, I see her next color is green. So I'm gonna grab the next one. I'm gonna put a little bit in it, and it's still fluidy. Hopefully that's not too much. We'll see when we cut the layers how off I am. And so then we're gonna be doing this green and adding the fragrance oil. And so this one is Celadon, I think it is. You can read it for yourself, green. Pronunciation for me is not very good. It's kind of funny because I work in a restaurant too, and we do coloring contests. And some of the names and the spelling, I'm like, I pick it by obviously not what I can pronounce, but what is the best coloring page. And we do it by 2 different age groups. And I'm half the time going around to all my servers saying, how would you pronounce this? And half their time like, I have no clue. And I'm like, I gotta call and try and do it. So I think I spend half my time also apologizing to the parent. I think it's like, I say kind of what I think it sounds like, and I'm like, I'm sorry if I said it wrong. And most of the time, the names are so odd, or so different, that they get it all the time, and they're like, it's okay, nobody knows how to pronounce it.
Aww.
All right, so I added that, and then I'm gonna blend together this, and then I'll let Melanie decide what she if she likes it or she wants to add more color. So that's where we're at. So it's a very light, almost more yellowy.
Yeah, that's a little too yellow.
So this one is actually one of the shades with the green vibrance that I put into my caramel apple soap. So I'll let her add in what she wants. It's getting down there, huh?
Okay. Yeah, that should be right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll blend that, and then I'll show that to you. Sorry about the sounds. It's because I'm soaping low in here, but I got to get the top and the bottom mixed. All right, and remember this one was kind of the one that did morph into the green for me.
So that one's a good color.
All right, so I'll put this side and show you guys. So that's kind of where it's sitting. Now I'm going to be using this to kind of break the fall. It looks like it's doing really good. Hopefully we're not setting up too fast, but I'm going to try and move because last pour I can tell by the next one maybe getting, we get to the last one maybe a little pushing it, so. But it doesn't have the fragrance, so we're good. And I may just end up needing to do a little bit of a little stir. So tight. There we go. It's a straight line. All right, so then the next color that I see on her thing would be yellow. So I'm gonna pour off, and look at that, it's still fluidy. It's kind of why I'm doing it, you understand?
Yes,
if my fragrance oil was in here, I'd be hating life, I'm telling you. So this one is Lemon Drop. This one is by Nurture Soap. And this is what the oils look like. And so I'll pour this in. You know, we've done this twice before. You kind of know what I'm going to do. And then I'll show it to her and let her, since she's the artist, decide if she's happy with where we're at. So I'll set this to the side. And then I will blend this. And add the fragrance oil. Hello, Kim. You're supposed to be in my eyes.
Sorry.
It's okay. do you think on this one?
That's perfect.
All right, and I'll show it to you guys. See, that is a very pale yellow. And so I will again use this to kind of break the fall a little bit so that it lays on top and doesn't go down into it. And that's how you do the swirls, is to lay. And so now that I've got enough, and I'll pour the rest into that. Now I did one like this, similar to this, different colors, and might take different fragrance somewhere over the rainbow. So that's kind of how I learned the hard way how to break up between the different ones and do the layers with the fragrance, because with that one I did it the opposite. Okay, so according to our thing, the next color would be orange. I bet you didn't guess that with the rainbow, right? So I'll do the same thing, and I'll pour off. I think to about there. Maybe just a teeny bit more. Okay. So then our next one, we're using a lot of Nurture Soap colors, is Mango Tango, and that's a really pretty bright orange. Anything, of course, when you put in cold processed soap, which is kind of a white, will kind of lighten it a little bit. Melt and pour most of the time. If you're especially using a clear, not a white, you will pretty much stay the color that you're working with. With white, of course, it's muddied like this. With a little bit of white makes it lighter. So I'll give that back to her. Fragrance oil. I remembered. I haven't skipped one yet. It's just about that remembering part. Okay. So then I'm going to do the blend again. We've been here, haven't we? And so that is kind of just like a peach, and so I'll let her decide if she wants to go a little brighter or keep it at that.
Maybe a little teeny bit. I'm picky.
You want it to be an orange and not a peach.
Yeah, I'm picky. It's like Jesus. Okay, let's see. Yeah,
add as much or as little as you like. This is your soap.
There we go. It should be more than enough, because I really want that orange color.
Now you see that coming
Yep.
through, huh? Ooh, a little splashy, splashy. Okay, so that's completely opposite of peach. It's got more orange. And again, with the spoon to break the fall, we'll go through and just layer that in. And then once I got a full layer, I'll stop with the spoon and I'll just let it fall in there. Get some over here. Okay. Now scrapey, scrapey. I know, now I sound like Katie. I'm not copying you, I swear. But it's just in my head.
You watch
It's
her
like-
too much.
There's nothing wrong with that. She's good. I love her. Gypsy Faye and Royal Appleberry. They're some of my favorites.
Well, they inspired you to make us.
Each for different. They each got different qualities that I love about them. So, okay, so I'm done with that one. I'll hold on to my spatula and move this to the side. So now we're going to be doing the next one. I look over and it's the pink tone. And so I'm going to pour the same amount into there about. All eyeballing it.
Yeah, it's still pretty liquidy.
Which is good. Up until when we're going to want to do the piping.
Yes.
Oh, and I don't know why I'm opening that. So we'll go to this. That one here is a brambleberry color, and it's called, you probably can't read it too well, but it's Party Pink Mica. It's one that we've kind of had and used a little bit, so it's kind of seen its days. I mean, every girl has to have a party pink. All right. And then, of course, fragrance oil. Move this to the side. And then we'll mix that. I already know she's going to want to add more.
Are you kidding? Wow.
So this one is very, very pale, if you could see
Yeah,
that.
I already added a lot off to the side.
So this is a very, very pale. So
yeah.
this one, if you want a really true pink, you're gonna want to put a little bit and then a little bit more.
All right, let's try that.
Okay,
It
let's see how that
shows a
goes.
different pink.
You want more?
Yeah.
Okay. Now see, this one I think is gonna morph on you, so it will go back to a little bit of a pink. I see that it's got a purple tone to it.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted that.
I'm trying to grab some of that that's got on the sides up.
Yeah, that should be.
I'm just trying to just, the dust powdered on that one kind of went into it. Okay, there you go. I wouldn't put any more in there.
No, what do you think? A little TD, or what do you think?
I think it's gonna morph back.
Okay, yeah, let's trust that guy.
So, I mean, you could do TD, but it will just lighten it.
Yeah.
Back to where you started.
Nope, we're not doing that.
All right. And I put the fragrance oil in it, right? Yep. I don't know if I did.
I don't think you did.
We'll do fragrance oil. That's you're in charge of, Mel.
I was distracted by the pink.
I just put a little bit in it.
Apparently I'm in Dreamland, get it?
All right, and so we're gonna put it, and again, when you guys see the cut, I think you're gonna see it's gonna go back to really pink. It's kind of like, I have actually this one called French Silk Stockings. It reminds me of that one.
That one was really pretty. I was about to put that in Ralphie's soap, but it didn't work out.
Because he's not pink.
Yeah, but it was so pretty.
It's kind of like, to me, has a little peachy pale pink tone, and so with the pink silk stockings. And so I'm gonna just a little bit tap it to be okay, and scrape it. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little.
So last but not least.
Okay, so then you want to hand me the last color of actual colors, because white's technically not a color. I'll wipe this up. We're going to pour and get ready for that one.
Yeah, and I'll show people. It's neon purple. It's a pigment, actually, not a mica.
Okay. And that's a Nurture Soap one.
I seem to like the pigment ones a lot better.
You're in this soap, I think you're a little bit in between softened and then bright.
I know.
But it's a Melly design, and so it's going to be the way Melanie wants it to be.
Well, there's some colors I like over the others, so they get better treatment.
So this one, I'm sure she's going to like the color. And we're going to add fragrance. You're supposed to be on top of that little one.
Yep, fragrance. Told you. I'm on top of it.
After I mentioned it.
You know, it's just like that time. Remind me to get this at the grocery store.
That's why we have a... She's unplugged so I can say her name. Alexa. Had to look over. Do you want more in it?
No, I think that's good. Yes.
Okay.
It's perfect.
I just want to make sure that I have it on the side of it. All right. And so, minus the popsicle stick, we're going to do the same thing again. And this is almost our last, it's our last color, but not our last layer.
And then in bedtime with...
Well, I think we're gonna, because this is really fluidy, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this, and then we're gonna make a second video in regards to the piping, and we'll do a little cleanup and get the piping ready, and when the piping's ready, we'll show the embeds and etc. And just, this stuff is just nowhere near where it
that
could
is
be.
super liquid.
And although I'm sure they're enjoying our weird video, they don't want to probably wait a long time. So this is part 1, and we'll come back to do part 2 of Dreamland, and we'll be getting ready with our piping in a second. We're gonna be, meanwhile, while we're waiting for it, I'm gonna add fragrance to this. And I'm gonna clean up my blender stick, and then I'm gonna add TD, and we'll come back when we're ready to pipe. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a little bit.